playlist, singing out loud. Another open road, another brand new town. From the mountains high to the ocean, people living their dream. They ain't losing sleep with a passport full in a tank. Gas ain't slowing down, they ain't looking back. They fly through the sky, chasing the breeze. Roll down the road, feeling so free. Ride the waves where the sunsets go. Forever Huffs living, wherever they go. Cruising down the coastline, drinking their hands, dancing on the deck to a steel drum band. Larry's cracking jokes, making new best friends. Some snapping pictures, cause the fun won't end. From the northern lights to the streets of Rome, everywhere they go they make it their home. With the world so big and their hearts so wide, they'll keep on moving till the end of the ride. They fly through the skies, in the breeze. Roll down the road, feeling so free. Ride the waves where the sunsets go. Forever Huffs living, wherever they go. No map, no plans, the ticket in hand. They'll follow the stars in the golden sand. Every new town, another great story. Living this life in all of its glory. They fly to the skies, chasing the breeze. Roll down the road, feeling so free. Ride the waves where the sunsets go. Forever Huffs living, wherever they go. So if you see them on by, give them a wave. They're chasing adventure, they're feeling brave. Larry and Saucy, hearts open wide. Forever Huffs living, enjoying the ride.
Well. Get on in here. Get on in here so they can see you. They probably don't think you still around anymore, no more than you come get on video.
I've been on every time you've been on.
I reckon so. Let's see. All right, we got Paul in here. Look, Paul's here, and Miss PJ's in here. Miss PJ, I saw you comment as soon as you put it. I tried to answer it, but for some reason, it wouldn't let me put it on there, and I kept pushing the button.
It's on there now.
Now it's popping on there 3 or 4 times.
Look, maybe he was under Rumble.
I don't know. But I did try to answer it as soon as you put it on there. But yeah, it's Christmas time.
Is it?
We I don't know if we ought to tell this.
I'm fixing to go put it up.
We haven't even put a tree up.
I'm gonna put it up.
We're thinking about it. We got a little Charlie Brown tree we might put up. But we got, the children are grown and the grandchildren are not close by. The one that is close, he's getting a little older. So, I don't know. It's just not the same thing if you don't have them little bitty ones running around all excited about Christmas. And we don't really hold back during the year for things that we want to do at Christmas time. We get things as we want them.
Christmas all year.
Yeah. So Christmas rolls around, we're like, what do you want? We don't need anything. So this will be the second year that we hadn't even bothered buying each other anything. Now, don't y'all be fussing at me. If she wants something, I'll sure go get it for her. I done asked her to happen. If she wants something, I'll sure get it. What?
Another cruise?
You already got a couple more booked. Speaking of cruising,
I don't know. I'm fixing to go look at that. I'm fixing to look and see if I can tack one more.
Huh? We got in February. We got a back-to-back. We're doing
It's not a back-to-back. It's a side-to-side.
Side to side.
Because it's 2 different ships. So you're going to get off this ship and get on another.
Is that really a thing? They call that a side by side? For Pete's sake.
It's 2 different cruise lines anyway. So back to back is you stay on the cruise ship and you cruise that same again.
Yeah.
Side to side is just a different ship.
Well, see, I just assume back to back is one right after another, regardless of
Don't
whether
be
it's on the
assuming.
same ship. We are doing a different cruise line. We're doing MSC, which we have done.
I'm excited about that one.
We've done one with them before, just
Mhm.
one. Up until now, we have pretty much exclusively been Carnival, but they're changing up their stuff to the point where we're like, maybe we'll try another cruise line. So Miss PJ said she's put her tree up tonight, just in time for the
She
kids
just
to
put it
come
up.
tomorrow.
So there you go. See?
So we're not alone. I think this is our second live since we got the new computer. I know last time I asked, but I'll ask again. Let me know if the video quality and the audio and all that's nice and good, and y'all can hear us and see us and all that. Let me see. We'll put a light on up here. Get a light in front of us. Oh yeah. I can't tell the difference. The lighting's terrible in here for video. It shines on us, and we've got these LED can lights in here. They're not the best for doing video, I don't think. Of course, it doesn't help that we both have white hair. So we got about 6 people in here. Hey, y'all reach down and hit that like button. And if you're a stranger in the house, never been here before, subscribe to our channel. We'd sure appreciate it. What are you doing?
My finger hurts.
Huh.
Stretching it.
So yeah, we do have a couple of cruises coming up in last week of January, first part of February.
No tree for me either.
Oh, Paul says no tree either.
See?
I guess, I never really thought about it till now. We're older, and like I say, we don't have
Well, I
any.
went from the 12-foot tree.
Yeah.
I was so tired of putting that up.
Mm.
And you decorate it, you put it up.
That's a big tree.
Yeah, it was.
And we have 12-foot ceilings, so when she
And then
says 12-foot tree, she means 12-foot
And I
tree.
had to go, and then I'd have to take it down.
And but now, we don't have any little ones running around all bright-eyed and excited and all that stuff, so we just don't really bother. I never did like decorating the house on the outside. 3 reasons. First one, I'm lazy. I don't like putting it up. The second one is it's an expense, on your electric bill and all that. I know it might be minimal, but still, that's electricity that you wouldn't normally be using. And 3, I think it's a fire hazard. You hang all that electrical stuff and lights and heat all around your house. I think it's a fire hazard. So those 3 reasons was enough for me not to bother. And just on cue, the dogs decide they're going to start playing right here in the background, right behind me. Now, let me say, the German Shepherd's old, and they both just lay around all day, do nothing, just lay around until I get on the computer. Now look at it. Of course, these wood floors and those toenails. All I do is say, I'm sorry. Hey, look, y'all. Waffle House has the new coffee cup from Waffle House. I might have showed y'all last time. I don't know. So Waffle House does this in the holiday season during Christmas time, and I found this out last year. I didn't know this. Last year I found out about it, so I think I got a couple of the Waffle House festive cups, and this year, and they sell out quick. Believe it or not, I don't know how do I put this nicely. I guess it's a real nice addition to the house trailer. No, that's a mystery. People make it out like it's just us poor white folks that go to Waffle House, but everybody goes to Waffle House. They might lie about it. Everybody goes to Waffle House. But these things, they go quick. They get them made for Christmas time. And Excuse me, that sneeze just snuck right up on me. And so you have to get them quick. If you don't, you miss out. So, matter of fact, the last cruise we come off of on the way home from the cruise, we stopped at a Waffle House, and they had, I asked, y'all got the cups? They said, yeah, we have some. I got my Waffle House cup for this year, and it's okay. I like the one last year better, but that's all right. They fix them the best way they can, and we got one. Y'all know I love the Waffle House, and these are good coffee cups. Even if you don't get the festive one, the way they're made and the way they fit your hand and keep your coffee hot. I love the Waffle House coffee cup, and I love Waffle House. I'm not sponsored by Waffle House, but I should be. And I'll tell you, like I always say, if you live in a town that doesn't have a Waffle House, you need to move. Mm-hmm. You need to move. I wouldn't live in a town that doesn't have a Waffle House. No, that's cruel and inhumane punishment to not have a Waffle House close by. I did learn this. They had franchises, and they had sold a lot of franchises across the South for sure. But then people got to where they wasn't minding the rules like they should and kind of doing their own thing. And Waffle House didn't like that. So they bought all the franchises back, and now they control it again. It's been several years ago. But to make sure the quality stays where it's at. Hey, Jim Baroque. I saw some of you guys over watching Mama Coop making her coasters and stuff. Boy, she makes some pretty stuff, doesn't she? I might have to get with her and buy some of them coasters or something. Yeah, she makes some real pretty stuff over there. And I enjoy watching. I usually drop in for a minute or two and speak to everybody and kind of see what we're making. She made some with some crosses in them last night. They were real pretty. And tonight she was making some with some crisscross kind of design on it. I think they're going to turn out real pretty too. Yeah, Jim, but I've been outside of our area, and I have been in some Waffle Houses that were not the cleanest, and I hate that because down here, so we're on the coast. I don't know that has a whole lot to do with it, but we're on the coast, and I say all of them down here are nice and clean, and they take care of them. We really enjoy going. But I have been north of here. I was up around, I want to say we were near Birmingham on a road trip going somewhere, and we stopped in a Waffle House, and it was a disaster. After we got through, we both talked about it. So, I really didn't want to eat because the place was kind of dirty, and she told me the same thing, and we decided next time if we see that and we don't like the looks of it, we're turning around. But you think, I guess we're kind of spoiled because all of them down here are so nice. We think all of them are going to be okay. But yeah, we was up around Birmingham, and it wasn't that nice. So I will. How do I rephrase my statement? If you're in an area that has a Waffle House and it's not run right and it's dirty, don't eat there. I hate that you have that going on, but okay. So Jim, you bought the last set of cross coasters for your pastors. I'm gonna buy that set for myself. So the last set she made, and then the ones she made last night, that's the ones you're gonna buy for yourself. Okay. I might just put in a special order. That's what I might do. They make me some of those cross coasters and put my name on them, and we'll go for that. All right. Paul says no Waffle Houses where he's at. Well, one of these days you'll get down there. Let's see, who was it? Skipper came down here to help somebody. I don't know, a month or so ago, and I think he went to a Waffle House. But he's been to one before. I think I saw him doing a video one time, him and his son at a Waffle House. I don't know, but he got to experience our Waffle Houses down here. And we actually met for dinner one night, had a nice dinner. It was good to meet Skipper face to face. No, you go ahead, Jim. Go ahead and get those. I'll get with her. I'll fix up something for next time. You go ahead and get those for yourself. Yep. Well, we haven't done a live in a long time. I don't know, just lazy, I guess. Holiday season. We've been out of pocket a lot. We've got our land that's way out in the country, and we've been spending a lot of time there. I have not done a YouTube video in a while. I'm going to have to do one. They'll kick me off of YouTube. I think you got to do a video once every 90 days or something. There's a window in there you gotta meet. And I haven't done one in a while, so maybe tomorrow. I've been thinking about doing one. You always got to check the phone. Always have to check the phone when it goes. That's terrible, isn't it? Y'all do that even right now, even on the live. You know, I got in the phone here and it ding, 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 goes a little something. I got to look and see what it is. All right, so Paul, you met up with Georgie and them, and they were, yeah, I can't speak for them everywhere. I really can't. All I can say is down here where we're at, down here on the coast, which, you know, it's a beach area and a lot of tourists, and I guess it behooves them to keep their places nice and clean and all that. I don't know. We really have nice ones down here. But I have, you know, like I say, up around Birmingham, we went in one and it wasn't kept clean, and we were not impressed. And we decided we won't do that again. I see everybody telling everybody Merry Christmas in the comments, and we want to say the same thing. Merry Christmas to y'all, man. We hope y'all have the best Christmas ever. Even though we've not put up a tree and all that stuff, it's still going to be a good Christmas. We know the reason for the season, right? Our Savior was born on this day, and that's what we're really celebrating. It's not about the gifts and all that. We're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. Boy, I tell you, I've been doing a lot of studying lately, and I encourage you folks to do the same thing. Let's talk a little Bible. Let me bring something up here. All right, look, I'm like Fred Sanford. I got to change these glasses out. Trying to decide which part I want to talk about today. Y'all tell me what you want to talk about. So there's two things that's on my mind that's in the Bible, and one of them kind of has to do with the cell phone, and the other has to do with Christmas. So, and the reason for the season. So I tell you what, real quick, like y'all tell me in the comments, which one do you want to talk about? Because I don't want to turn this into a full hour of the Bible talk, but I want to cover one or the other, either something to do with the cell phone or something to do with Christmas. Y'all tell me. Oh yeah, the woodpecker. Look, we got out in the country, not so much here, but out in the country where we have our land, which is about 3.5 hours from here. We have those huge woodpeckers. I'm talking, they're like a foot. I'm trying to get my hands in it, you know, they're probably 1.5 feet tall, at least a foot, maybe 1.5 feet. Huge woodpeckers out there. But that's one of the few places I've seen. I've seen them out there all my life. You know, the place where I hunt in the country is where my grandparents had land. My brother has the land that they had, and then I bought land next to it. But I've been going out there all my life, and those I've been seeing those huge woodpeckers out there all my life. Paul says it's my show to pick one or the other. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, not thinking about it all day, but y'all know me. I usually pull the Bible out and we talk a little bit. Went outside my bedroom window last night. A red and brown cardinal. Okay, so not one bird that was red and brown, but you had a red cardinal and a brown cardinal. So I don't know how do you call both of them cardinals? Because I know here, I'm in the South and we do things different, but we call the male a red bird, and then we call the female, which is the browner one, cardinal. I don't know. That's just the way I've always called them, and my friends call them a red bird. Technically, they're both cardinals, but one's a male, one's a female. Yeah, so a male and female. That's cool. I tell you what I like seeing is, and we don't get it here. We really don't get snow here, but I love seeing pictures of the cardinals in the snow on feeders with snow in the background. It's like that red just stands out so much against the white background. I think those are pretty cool pictures. And I have not worked with my bird feeder. I need to take care of that. Yeah, Jim, most people do. I don't know. I guess I'm just different. But yeah, I've just always called a red bird and a cardinal. The male I call a red bird. The female I call a cardinal. And I know technically they're both cardinals. One's male, one's female. And one of my favorite birds. They're just so pretty. All right, I tell you what I'll do. We'll go with a Christmas theme on the Bible stuff tonight. And I looked at this the other day, and so the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they all gave an account of the same thing. They gave an account of the life of Jesus and their time with Jesus. But like anything else, there were different people, and they told it different ways, but it's basically the same story. So when it comes to the story of the wise men, and I've seen this before, the three wise men, they follow the star. Y'all know the story. They follow the star and they find, baby Jesus in a manger. Y'all know the story. So I have heard people say, well, they didn't actually find a tiny baby Jesus. It took them a while to get there, and he was actually a young child by the time they got there. And I'm going to disagree with that, but I know where they get that from, and I'm going to read this to you. Was this better than the last 6 years combined? Heck yeah. Yeah, we'll make it better than the last 6 years combined. I don't know how, but we'll try. Okay, so in Matthew, now look, don't take my word for anything. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a prophet. I'm none of that stuff. I'm a believer. And I've really gotten excited about reading in the Bible and studying and learning and all that on my own, and not just listening to what I hear come out of the pulpit. When I decided to get in and start doing my own thing and researching and learning and studying, opened my eyes in a way like you just can't believe. And I think it'll do you the same way. So I encourage you guys to do the same thing. So anyway, back to where we're at in Matthew, his account of the wise men, and this is in chapter 2, verse 11. And I'm going to read it. This is King James Version, so I'm going to read word for word so I get it right. It says, and when they come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasure, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. Okay, so there's the wording. It says they came into the house. They came into the house. They saw the young child, and they presented him with the three, the frankincense and myrrh and gold. So that verse is where I think some people think, well, maybe he was a young child, you know, and I got it. I see that. Now, if you go over to Luke and I look at, I think it's Luke's version of it, and I got to find it. I should have marked this stuff. I thought I had it marked somewhere, but maybe not. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. So now we jump over to Luke and look at his version of it. And it's also in chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 16 says, and they came with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in a manger. So some people say, well, there's a discrepancy because, you know, in Matthew it says they came into a house and they saw a child. And in Luke it says they came into the manger and found a babe. But in Luke, if you read the next verse, it says, and when they had seen it, they made known abroad and saying, which was told them concerning this child. So that tells me right there, the term babe and child are used interchangeably. So we can kind of.
We normally.
Right. Today's age,
and then
we separate the two. A child is a little bit older and a baby is a baby. But back then they would use the terms interchangeably, just like Luke did in his. And another thing where we nowadays, if you ask somebody what a manger is, they give you the whole thing. Well, it's a big place where you have animals and you keep your animals and you feed and all this stuff. And that is not the truth. The manger is the actual little crib piece where, what they use to put the animals' feed in or put hay in. That's the little feed trough. Yeah. Technically, that's the manger, not the rest of it. The rest of it is a barn or, the rest of the area is something else. When you say manger, you're actually talking about the little feed trough that the baby's laying in. So I'm going to say that both are accurate. I don't think, this is me personally now, I'm giving you my opinion. I don't think they were outside in a 3-walled pen with a manger in there. I think they were inside a barn. I think they were inside a room with a manger in there. So, the one says when they came into the house or came into the room, I think that's true, but I think it was more like a barn. And the term child is used interchangeably. So, and then in Luke it says they came and they found the babe with Mary and Joseph in the manger. So that's that. I don't believe it took them a long time and he was 3 or 4 years old. I don't believe in it. I believe they found it pretty close to right after he was born. Yep. So there you go. That's what I was going to talk about tonight. What do y'all think? How's that girl say? I don't know. What do y'all think? I think in one book, Matthew, they pull that one verse out and they try to use it in the language that we use today. And it does make it seem like it was not a manger and it was a child. But if you really delve into how they word it and what a manger really is, I think both accounts were accurate. I think they were inside a barn and had the babe in a manger. I don't think they were outside in the elements. So do you know why there was no room in the inn? I'll tell you why there was no room in the inn. It was tax season. And back then everybody had to come to that town to pay their taxes. It depended on what lineage you was from to which town. So it's almost like, a town that has like down here, it'd be like when Cruising the Coast is going on. So many people here, all the hotels are booked up. Yeah, everything's booked up. And I think that's what happened there. Now, maybe if Joseph had got on his cell phone a month or two ahead of time, made a reservation, they might would have been all right. No, I just play it. I don't want to sound like I'm making fun. I'm not. But yeah, that's what it was. It was tax season, and everybody had to go pay their taxes, and all the hotels were booked up. Yeah, I don't understand, and there's always things we won't understand, but Mary was heavy with child, is the way it said. So she was about ready to give birth. I don't understand why he took her.
Why he took her
with him to go pay the taxes to Bethlehem. Why didn't he leave her with family wherever they were at? I don't know. When I get to heaven, I might ask that question. Joseph, what were you thinking? All right, that's enough of that. But anyway, yeah, y'all get in your Bible and read about stuff like that. It's some fascinating stuff in the Bible. And if you get in there and read and look into world events and what's going on now, based on how it fits in with what the Bible says, it'll open your eyes. That's for sure. Pictures of back in that time, people had outside of the house. It looked as a whole house and a room for that. Could have been, yeah. Georgie says, "Have we just got home from final shopping?" Georgie,
I've been shopping on the internet.
Look,
not really shopping.
Yeah, see, our kids live away, so we've been buying stuff on, or she's been. I don't really fool with it. She buys it on the internet, has it drop shipped to their house, and we let their parents know that something's coming in for the kids. And
some of them opened it even after I told them not to.
Oh, who opened what?
Sarah opened hers.
Did she now?
Well, it come in and she thought it was something she ordered. She opened it, and then she said, "Oh yeah, that's."
So now she got to open it on Christmas Day and act surprised.
No, they've already opened it up and pulled it out. They couldn't figure out why would I send them what I was sending them. But after they started looking at it, they really thought it was a cool idea.
Well, there you go. So that's been the extent of our Christmas shopping this year. We did it online, drop shipped it to them.
I did buy one present in the store.
Yeah, Buc-ee's. And I'm glad you got me that. Yeah, so Christmas gets different as you get older and the family dynamics change and all that. We don't even have a tree up.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up.
She says she's gonna put it up tonight or tomorrow.
Right now.
No, we're visiting with the peeps.
It won't take 2 minutes.
That's all right. Lost Tiny Man's gifts and had to go buy new. How did you lose Tiny Man's gifts? That don't make no sense. How did somebody carjack your car and steal your car with all the gifts in it?
They could have been delivered
we gotta
at the
know,
door.
Georgie.
Somebody took it.
You can't leave us hanging like that. Now you gotta tell in the chat how you lost Tiny Man's gifts. I mean, how you lose a big wheel? Yeah, how do you lose a big wheel in a easy bake oven or something? Do they even make an easy bake oven anymore? Did you ever burn your hand on that light bulb?
Probably. I still burn my hands.
Okay, so she don't even know. He took it to the pawn shop. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, easy bake oven. Did any of you ladies have an easy bake oven? And did you burn your hand on that hot light bulb? Let us know in the chat. I'm going to get some coffee.
Here, let me get
Talk
it.
to
I
the
got to
people.
get some more coffee myself.
Why don't you talk to the people?
Because you're doing a great job.
See, she won't stay and talk while I go get some coffee. Make me stay here and talk. All right, I'm still waiting to hear. I say, ladies, maybe one of you fellas had an easy bake oven. I don't know. All right, so you had the girl stuff and the adult stuff. His stuff was missing. Jim says she had the easy bake oven and did burn herself on the lot. I did not have an easy bake oven, but I've got a sister that's a year younger than me, so we're basically the same age, and I remember her having one. And I remember that thing would get hot. Georgie had one, but don't remember getting burnt. What did y'all cook in them things? And could you really eat it? Was it edible? I don't remember what my sister fixed in those things. I don't even know. Paul had stepsons. So, all right, so let me think. What would be the boy toy? What would be the boy toy that would be hazardous or dangerous?
I don't know. I'll tell you about my easy bake oven.
All right, tell me about your easy bake oven.
I'm pretty sure I burn myself. I burn myself all the time. But it come with those little pans.
Okay.
And those little boxes of mixes.
Do you make like a cake?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't that good. Not that I can remember.
Well, that was one of the questions I had. Did you cook something in it and did you eat it? All right, so Jim said she did cookies, and yes, she ate them.
We did eat them, but it wasn't that good.
By George, you cooked it, you're going to eat it.
And then I can remember getting, because those little cake mix things, those little things were expensive.
Oh, were they?
Oh, yeah. Light brights. But yeah,
I never had a light bright.
They were expensive, and so I didn't get a whole lot to get to bake because couldn't afford the cake mixes. But yeah, the whatever I did get, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't something I'm thinking, oh, I have to go get it easy bake up.
I also seem to remember that more often than not, on Christmas Day, it was cold. And as an adult, we don't have that many cold Christmases, it seems like now. It seemed like as a kid, it was always cold because I'd get like something to use outside. And it was always so cold to try to go outside.
Well, when we got our bicycles, we couldn't really go out because it was too cold. And usually rainy.
Bike or rainy, yeah, you know.
Now we celebrate in shorts.
I know. I got shorts on right now. So we did get down to freezing last week. We were at the camp.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was last
2
week.
2 days.
And now this week we're up at,
Oh, I have a
80.
report.
A report from what?
Fairbanks, Alaska. It is negative
Ooh.
40.
Is it negative 40 right now? Wow.
Austin said he's ready for the winter to be over.
Yes, yeah. So our youngest son is in Alaska. He's up near Fairbanks. One thing that he taught me that I did not know, it can get too cold to snow. When it gets like -20 and colder, it's too cold to snow. I never thought about that.
I think it has to warm up to above 0 to snow.
I don't know, but I might not be absolutely correct on my numbers.
It does have to warm up to snow.
Yeah, I never thought about it. It can get, once it gets below a certain temperature.
But negative 40, that's what they've got right now.
Negative 40. I have seen 140 when I was deployed to the Middle East. I don't know how them people live over there. If this world needed an enema, that's where they'd stick it, right over there in the Middle East. But yeah, I saw 140 over there, and that's hot. It was hot.
See, Georgie says the cookies and brownies, and they were gross. I don't remember, but it was the idea of cooking it. And I remember if Mama was cooking a cake, I got a little bit of her cake mix because we couldn't afford the extra because they were expensive. They cost more than the regular cake mixes.
Oh yeah, probably so, because they
just make a little teeny. Yeah,
parents would buy it.
Well,
I didn't have a light bright. I tell you, I like those.
We got the kids a light. Well, did you know the kids had a light bulb?
Yeah, I think so. What was the I didn't have one, but I had some friends have the little thing that you did all the circles with a pencil and that would draw the
Spirograph.
spirograph. Was that the
I think
name of it?
so.
Etchograph? No, spirograph.
Spirograph.
Spirograph. I always thought that was pretty cool. It made some really neat
You could. I remember.
drawings.
Seemed like
of
we
the
had one of
drawings.
those. We
See,
probably.
them the rich kids.
You
they
didn't
had,
let me finish.
They had all them good toys. I didn't have nothing. I got a pair of socks.
I got the easy bake oven, but then we couldn't afford the mixes.
Yeah, I got a pair of socks and a comb. And was happy to get it. I don't know why I spent all that time looking through that Sears catalog, circling everything I wanted, because I sure didn't get any of it.
Well, one year all I got was a unicycle.
Oh yeah, she could ride a unicycle. She can still ride a unicycle.
I don't know about all that.
I bet if I got her one, she could still ride. All right, Grammy says she
Spirograph.
bought one for the grandson this year. We've done talked about several things. I'm not sure if you're talking about the light bright or the spirograph, but they were both pretty cool. I know Georgie's probably too young to remember, and maybe some of you others, but us old folks, we remember that Sears and Roebuck catalog, the Wish book.
Mm-hmm.
We look forward to getting that Wish book.
And sit down with it.
I'll spend hours.
And we'd circle everything we
Ah.
wanted, and there was 3 of us circling. There was 5 of us, but only 3 at the time because we were the 3 little ones.
And I feel sorry for her because she's got that odd name, and she'd see Santa Claus on TV looking out there at Susan and Bobby and
that
Brenda.
was
Never would
Captain
say.
Kangaroo. He
Never would say
saw
your
me.
name.
I watched him every day and wanted him to see me.
Yep, spirograph. I always thought they were pretty cool. I had some friends that had one. That was pretty cool.
Well, see, now what I was going to say is we got things. I probably didn't get one of those. We had one, but it was probably Jan or Jenny's or Terry's. And the Penny's book, yes. Penny's didn't have as many toys.
I don't remember the Penny's book. I remember
They
the
didn't.
Wish book from Sears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ankle jump rope. Oh yeah, I remember those. It swings around on the
It had the
ground. You have
ball
to
on
jump.
the end.
Yeah. I never had one. I was too lazy to do something like that. Yeah, we would get, we were, I don't say we were poor. Maybe by some people's standards we were, but we would normally get like 1 or 2 toys. Maybe like if you got a bicycle, that was it. You wasn't getting another toy. But if it was, just kind of small stuff, you get a couple of toys, and then mostly we got clothes.
Yeah.
We
That was when
needed
we got
clothes.
That was when we got our winter clothes.
Yeah, for school. Everybody went back to school in January with them new clothes on.
Right.
I remember Finger Hut. My grandma
We got our
loved Finger Hut.
new summer clothes for right before school started.
Yeah.
And then we wore those until Christmas. Then we got our winter clothes.
Did
We were
any of
fortunate.
y'all string popcorn, or is that a Southern thing? Or do people all over the country string popcorn?
Sarah's still stringing it.
Is she?
Mhm.
I remember my mother used to make some old
Well,
burnt
we didn't have a
popcorn.
Montgomery Ward, so we just
Yeah.
had a Sears. And
We wasn't
Penny's.
all fancy like that, was it? But yeah, I can remember doing the stringing the popcorn and putting it around the tree. And the old tinsel stuff you'd put on there, and them old
That
big,
was a mess.
them big glass balls. If you dropped it, that was it.
I
guess
remember
they still
our
make
little
them.
silver tree that each branch you pull it out of a tube and put it on, and it
We-
didn't have lights.
We had a real tree.
Growing up, we never had a real tree.
We did
Ever.
all the time, and it's not. I don't know that it was so much that we preferred a real tree, but Dad could go find one to cut somewhere, and it was free. It didn't cost anything. Now, when I got up, maybe high school, that area, I think they bought a artificial tree, but that's when I'm getting towards the youngest of five. I got a sister that's a year younger than me, but the three older brothers, once they got gone, it was just me and my sister, and then we were getting close to high school. A lot of things changed. We started having cereal in the house.
Yeah.
Yep. Prior to that, we didn't have cereal. All right. Paul said he didn't string him, but he ate it. So, Georgie, when you say you got tinsel and the giant lights, is that to me, that's old school. Is that coming back now? Is that, you say you got it. Is that kind of coming back into vogue? What people want to do now is have it old school. Popcorn string and string orange slices.
Never did that.
I've never heard of the orange slices and cranberries. Just having the real smell. All right, Jimba says she loves Georgie's tree. I have not seen it. Maybe Georgie will share a picture with us one of these days. All right. Jim says she made a small tree out of hangers, garland, and lights. What's garland?
It's that, that glitter, that shiny stuff that's it's like on a rope.
Okay. Oh, I think it was Judy Garland. All right. So Miss PJ says that the old style tree is coming back. Shout out to Common Store. Usually we pick up enough for 15 gallons. There is a particular type of corn that pop. Not all corn will pop. Will it? I don't think so.
I give them kids that popcorn off the
Popcorn
cob.
is a particular type.
I bought them a popcorn on the cob last year, but I don't know if they ever popped it. They never told me if it worked or not. I'm kind of interested. I'll have to find out.
Oh, did you see where two cruise ships collided? You haven't seen that? Oh.
You sent it to me on Facebook? Let me go get my phone.
She's usually up on I caught a glimpse of something a few minutes ago. I have not looked into it. It looked like two cruise ships collided, and it did some pretty serious damage on the side of one of them. I think one thing said that two people passed away from that accident. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Just rumor right now, but I do believe I saw something on it.
Very pretty, Georgie.
All right, Georgie, can we show everybody?
Big
Okay.
lights. It's pretty. You did a great job.
Yeah, it is pretty, but I want your permission before we show everybody. So I spent today, I put up an antenna. Well, I had an antenna that for my ham radio that was just a few feet off the ground. I raised it up today. Okay, here we go. Georgie says we can show it. So everybody, there's Georgie's tree. Look at all them big.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out how to hold it so you can see. It's really pretty. That picture don't do it.
Yeah, the picture's much better than what y'all are seeing, but
oh look, that was better.
okay.
Let me turn the light out and see if it does better.
Now she's gonna turn the light out.
This is really pretty.
It is a pretty tree.
Yeah, see.
I don't see my stocking up there though. Where's the stocking with my name on it?
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all get the gist of it. So tomorrow I'm thinking about maybe doing a little video about some ham radio stuff I do. We haven't done a video in a while. I got to get one done and put it out there. But anyway, even my antenna, I had it 5 or 6 feet off the ground, which is not very high at all. Just kind of temporary. Been that way for about a month. But I did a Morse code contact with somebody in Canada. And you got to remember, I'm in Mississippi, all the way down at the Gulf of America. So that's a pretty good trip. So now I'm excited. I got it about 30 foot up in the air now, so I'm hoping it'll get really good for me. But maybe tomorrow I'll do a video about that. Well, when you put yours up, put one up there for me. She said she hadn't got her stocking up yet.
Oh,
What you looking at?
oh, the cruise ship.
Oh, yeah. All right. So Nile River cruise in Egypt. Okay, let's see. Okay. The Royal Bow Revives and I don't know. Anyhow, yeah. There were 2 ships. Is it one fatality? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and it
Lady was 47.
dumped a couple people into the water.
Anyway, I thought I saw that.
It was a small ship because
yeah, they were smaller. Well, they're big ships, but not as big as what we go on. I didn't even know where it was at. So evidently it was one of those river cruise things over in the Nile River or something. I hate it. Okay, so let's ask this question. When you think back to your childhood, what was your most favorite gift that you ever got? Can you narrow it down like that?
I think my unicycle. I enjoyed it because I really wanted it.
Yeah. I think for me was a bicycle, a particular bicycle I got. And then I guess secondly would be a shotgun, but I was in high school when I got that. And, you know, the particular style shotgun and who it came from kind of made it a little special. You know, it wasn't brand new. It came from a friend of the family, and I like the old guy. Anyway, the Palomino Barbie horse. Yeah. I had some of those big horses and cowboys when I was a kid. It was given to me by a neighbor. Heard?
Oh, another one. My little rocker. I still have it. My little rocking chair.
Oh, yeah. You see the little bitty kids rocking chairs? She still got hers from when she was a baby. It's in the living room.
I was 3 years old when I got it. I still have it.
Yeah, our grandchildren have sat in it and rocked. But it's still and we've still got it. It's in the living room in there. Palomino Barbie horse. So, Jim, are you a horse person? Do you have horses? I always loved horses. We had them when I was a kid, and I still go ride with a friend of mine, but I'm getting old. It's getting a little more difficult. I can't get my foot up to the stirrup anymore. I had to go find a stump or something to get on, to be able to get on the horse. And we've been riding in the mountains in the rough terrain.
The water baby.
Water baby dolls. How many but I do? So you don't have horses, but you love them. Okay.
So let me see
What's a water baby doll? I'm not familiar with them. I'm a guy, so I don't.
I don't think they had them when I was a kid. Maybe I had one for Sarah. Let me see. I was gonna Google
our
it.
daughter might have had one. She had a little old plastic baby doll that didn't have any hair on it. Little old cheap doll. She drug that thing around. We called it bald headed.
Anna Pern gave her that.
Was that where it come from? Yeah, we call it bald headed. It's still around somewhere.
Riley's got it.
That's right.
Don't you remember that little boy threw it down the stairs?
Yeah.
I wanted to go tell him, don't do that.
Our granddaughter has it up in Alaska, but that was our daughter's doll.
Are you talking about, Georgia? Are you talking about the dolls you put
water in it? I seem like I do remember that. I didn't have one, but I think my sister did. You know, so I was around all the girl stuff because my sister was just a year younger than me. Yeah, right. Yeah, I have one. But I think I remember that. Yeah, you put the water in it, and it gave it that real baby feel.
Filled with water. Sarah may have had one. I didn't have one. I know I didn't have one. I couldn't afford one.
So what do kids want nowadays? Is it like cell phones and stuff? I mean, I guess when they're little bitty, they still like to play with toys. But it doesn't take long. They discover those electronics pretty quick.
Our 6-year-old granddaughter wants makeup.
That's good. That's good. The whirly bird. What was the whirly bird?
Is that the thing you put? It was just the
Seemed
two
like-
blades, and
Yeah,
you pull
it's
the
two
string.
blades and it would spin up, I think. Yeah.
I think
so,
that's what
too.
they're saying.
You know, I saw somebody had a video the other day and they were talking about toys from the 80s and 90s. And they showed stuff like a big wheel and a slinky and a pogo stick. And I think that stuff's from the 60s. Hey, little trivia. Did you know that in Vietnam, they would use slinkies for antennas? They would throw them up in a tree and hook their radio to it. And the slinkies would serve as an antenna for their radios. Yep, true story. Yep. I did have a pogo stick. I remember having a pogo stick.
Pogo stick.
I wore that thing out too. I'd spend hours out there in a gravel driveway.
I pogoed up and down the road for the longest
Jumping on
time.
a pogo stick. I'm trying to think. I didn't ever have a big wheel, but I had some neighbors that had them. I thought they were pretty cool. I want to say they started making a big wheel for adults several years ago. I don't know if they still do or not. But, you know, it had like air tires and they were a little bit nicer, but it was basically a big wheel for adults.
See, these are from the 1990s, those water babies. So Sherry wouldn't have had one.
I just,
There was the baby that would wet, and you had to buy the diapers for. It seemed like that was.
but you had to put the water in there. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you fed it water and it would come straight through because it was just a tube.
Bird feeders keep the squirrels from getting the birds. All right, I missed some. Oh, the whirly bird. You use it on his bird feeder. Okay.
Seemed like Sarah may have had one of these, our daughter.
I remember that, Paul. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's right. It had a hook on it, and you come around and you could rescue the guy. Yeah. Jim said she had an actual record player. Well, so did we.
Look, I had, I don't know how many of those little 45s, a shoebox full of that.
I know, and we never did figure out what happened to those.
I don't know where. I had them for the longest time,
Mm-hmm.
and so one of the moves, they
They
disappeared.
disappeared in one of our moves. Okay, the baby
the
alive.
baby alive,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember it was one and it would wet the diaper.
You
and
fed
all
it
that.
the baby food, and then it would come out.
All right, so Miss PJ said her oldest had a unicycle. Did he ever learn how to ride it? Because she could ride one. She was good at it. Probably still could ride one if we had it.
I'd have to do a lot of practicing.
I'm trying to think what else. I don't know that I ever had my own record player, but I didn't need it because I had older brothers and
Cassette
you know,
players.
one of them. I can remember a guy coming up in his car. I wasn't driving yet, and he had a cassette player that mounted under the dash, and I thought that was just the, you know,
We had that
high speed
cassette player,
8 tracks.
the tape recorder is what we called it, I guess. We had that, and because we had to use our imaginations, we didn't have all these game systems and phones. Me and my sister and 2 friends sit in the house one day and created a ball game on the cassette player.
Making the sound of the bat.
Making the sound of the ball and the ball hitting the glove, the ball being thrown, and the bat. A whole ball game.
I did have an 8-track, Georgie, and car. My first car had an 8-track tape. That's part of the stereo was an 8-track. But it wasn't long after that. The the cassettes came. I didn't have 8-track very long. Maybe my first car or two, and then after that, it
I
was
remember the older
cassette.
sisters had 8 tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Remember using the pencil
Mm-hmm.
on the cassette to roll it back up. I like skating too, Georgia. We had a skating rink in town, but I didn't get to go but a handful of times. It was all the way across town. Oh, ice skates. Okay, so I think Georgie's talking about roller skating. Grammy, Miss PJ is talking about ice skating.
I skated once.
I have never tried ice skating.
Where were we? We did it once. Must have been with the kids, one of their band trips. I remember doing it one time, and it's kind of like rollerblading. It's easy because you would think you couldn't stand up on it,
Yeah.
but the way the boot is on your leg, you can stand on them just like rollerblades.
Hmm.
Regular skates is a different story. It thinks to throw you down in a second.
So, George, you said you grew up with your dad. So was it one of those big box things that you lift the top and had a record player and a tape player and all that stuff in it? Those were
Stereo systems.
Yeah, those were. How do you say it? That was like a piece of furniture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was part of your decor, and they made them look really nice and all that. Also, they had ice skates.
Well, they wouldn't have done us any good.
Yeah, we didn't have any ice. Still don't. So I've never tried. I've never ice skated and I've never snow skated.
We can go when
Yeah, they got rinks
hockey.
now. They set
when
up.
they do hockey.
Mhm.
They'll let you skate a little while afterwards.
I can only go backwards on the ice skate. Roller skating we go every weekend. Yeah, we had a skating rink in our little town that we grew up in, but I was out kind of in the country, so we didn't get to go. I went a handful of times, but not much.
You was probably just as far away from it as me.
Oh, I was much further.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I was.
No, you wouldn't.
Played a lot of hockey. Paul, I've got a grandson that's about 3 years old. How old is he? About 3, yeah. Loves hockey. They go to hockey
He
games.
just turned 3.
And he sits and watches the game. You'd think a kid that age would be ripping and running because he's all boy. But when they go to a hockey game, he sits down and he watches the game.
Then he comes home and wants to.
He wants it on TV.
He's got a hockey stick and a puck,
Yeah.
and he.
A boomer and a Gen X. So you're a boomerang. Yeah, a boomer and a Gen X. All right. We like hockey. We got a like a semi-pro team here, and we go.
We need to go whenever
We
we do it
haven't
again.
we haven't been in a while. Once I got my puck eye where I could keep up with the puck.
I like to watch the fights and watch them go.
Yeah,
get
we like the
timeout.
fights, and now that I understand a little bit about the game. We enjoy going, and we go at least once or twice a year. We'll go and watch a hockey
Then they
game.
draw blood, and then they have to scrape it up.
Yeah, got to clean it up. But it's almost like they either before the game or during the game, they I think 2 of them agree to at some point we're gonna
Send him a message.
throw hands.
You'll call him back.
Just because they know people want to see that. But anyway,
They sit there and let them do it until
We do it till one of them falls. As long as they're standing, they let them go. That's the rule.
Oh, is it a
Uh-huh.
rule? Oh,
They can go till they quit or till one of them falls, and then they break it up. Yeah. All right. Look, y'all, we haven't done a live in a while, and we're happy that some of y'all came in here and talked with us tonight. It was fun running down memory lane tonight about all the old toys and stuff. Mama Karma says Merry Christmas. That's right. Preach, girl. Preach. I like it. Yeah. Look, you take somebody as perfect as that and they killed him, man. But it had to be. All right, y'all. Look, Merry Christmas to everybody. We'll do another live pretty soon. We'll try to do them a little more regular. I say that every time, but anyway.
Well, this is just we're gone.
Yeah, we're gone a lot, but we'll do some more, and I'm gonna try to get a video or two out this next week. I need to do some videos about something we're doing. I don't know. But anyway, Merry Christmas, y'all. We love y'all. We're glad y'all came in here tonight. We had fun talking about the old toys and stuff, and we'll do it again. So y'all have a great Christmas, and we will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.
Merry Christmas.